Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. It's Wednesday, August 31st, the last day of August. That's a little sad. September's on the way, but the boys are looking for a bounce back. This is the Bat X Release Show on covers with the man himself, Derek Carty. I'm your co-host, Josh Ingalls. Great to see everybody in the chat. As always, Reed, Spencer, Andrew, Johnny Potseed, Malcolm, as always. Great to see a little action there in the chat. Early Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Just an 0 for day yesterday. There's nothing about it, Derek. It doesn't happen often. I was looking back, and since June, it's just the fourth 0 for day. And we're still up like 17 units since June. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. You know, like we said, the plays yesterday weren't like showing massive value. They were kind of just good plays. Didn't work out. It's going to happen.
No.
Those days are rare, though.
Yeah, Heaney got hit, but he was striking people out.
I mean, he finished at 85 pitches. Like that was kind of the angle. He's not going to go very deep. He just struck a bunch of guys out against a great team that doesn't strike out. Like it happens.
Yeah, and then what do? You just bounce back. You look at the market. The market's a new day today, and how does it look today? Similar as yesterday, or a few things poking out?
Similar, certainly on the pitching side. There's only one really that sticks out today, but then there are a couple on the hitting side that look pretty good. So, I think we have a couple good ones today.
Awesome. So let's get right to it. Release procedure up. If this is the first time for you guys on the show, this is how we do things here to release the play as Derek can move line. So we need to make sure that everybody is at the same time, betting at the same time, so we can all get the same number. We'll tell you where the best price is at which book, give you some time, log into that book. Then we'll tell you which game. Again, giving you some time, find the game, work through the menus. We'll tell you the market, the prop market, and then follow that by the player, the play, and the over-under, and hopefully everybody can get it at the same price at the same book. And if you're not on the same book, just wait, and we'll talk about projections later. And as something that I've learned on this show, implied projections versus projected are massive, and that's where the value comes from. So if bettors can figure those out themselves by just knowing Derek's projections, then it can go a long way in their betting world. So release number one, we got 3 on the go here, Derek. Release number 1, the boys are at DK. This is the one we kind of want to get out quickly. Over at DK, this is also available at, what did I say earlier, at a similar price? Betwin, and there was one more.
I said MGM, I think.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I knew there was another big book. So DK, BetMGM, and Betwin for the best prices here. St. Louis at Cincinnati. We are at St. Louis, Cincinnati. We're heading over to the prop market of strikeouts. Cards at Reds, looking at pitcher strikeouts, making sure that number is still there. It is for release number 1. We are going St. Louis lefty Jose Quintana over 4.5 Ks plus 125. Jose Quintana over 4.5 Ks plus 125. Let us know what you're looking at so we can work on projections here. Feel free to let us know about any line movement. So just before we get into anything, Derek, what's your projection on Quintana here?
The projection is 5.36. So not quite a full strikeout, but at pretty solid plus money, we're certainly getting a good amount of value here. The bat projects it to win 58% of the time, which is not massive, but still 58% of the time plus 125. That's really nice value here. So Quintana's a guy, I hate to say it, but it is a similar play to Fried yesterday, where he's not a big strikeout guy, but he can be efficient, can go deep into games, and the matchup is really good. He's facing the worst offense on the board in the Cincinnati Reds. They're above average for strikeouts. It's a tough park, but it's not especially hot today there. It's not like the weather is like crazy hitter friendly or anything. So yeah, I like this play. I like this play quite a bit. There's some books, especially sharper books, that do have this with negative money already. So yeah, plus 125 is a great number.
Yeah, Cincinnati team, 24.6% K percentage versus lefties. That's a bottom 6 mark in baseball. And then the lineup goes India, Fraley, Farmer, Solano, Friedel, Senzel, Aquino, Lopez, and Austin Romine to round things out. it still is a pretty ugly lineup, and anything after Farmer in the 3 spot, it can get pretty nasty. And we know if Quintana can see Aquino 2 times, that's probably 2 strikeouts right there.
Yeah, he's definitely the guy that we're banking on at least 1 or 2 from.
Yeah. Oh, he's so lost. I've watched so many Cincinnati games, and he is probably one of the worst sticks in baseball. It's just finding the ball. So Jose Quintana over 4.5 Ks plus 125. That's play number 1. Jumping over play number 2. We are at Bet365. This is an off-market price, but it's still available in a similar number that shows a little value at FanDuel and DraftKings, I believe. So, but Bet365, better number. Philadelphia at Arizona. Phillies at the Diamondbacks. The prop market we're looking for here is hits or total bases if you have it. As we go down, still there. Yeah, still there. Fantastic. For release number 2, we are going Arizona's Carson Kelly under 0.5 hits plus 205. Kelly under 0.5 hits plus 205. I think this is the biggest number we've seen, or we've at least bet on the hit market. I know we've gotten 180s, 165s a bunch of times, but plus 205 here is probably the biggest one we've seen.
Yeah, this might be the biggest one we've seen, and it is really out of line with the rest of the market. You know, most of the other places are, you know, plus 160, plus 170, which are fine. Especially, I think plus 170, 175 is fine too. But plus 205 here is fantastic. The bet's projecting this to hit about 43% of the time. So it is, you know, going to lose more often than it wins, but plus 205 on that is just
getting 3
incredible. You know, he's facing Bailey Falter, who's an okay pitcher. His spin rate's been up lately. Doesn't go super deep into games. And that's a good thing because Carson Kelly gets pinch hit for about 20% of the time. So, you know, short leash pitcher with that pinch hit risk, always a nice little angle to hit. It's a pitcher's umpire. He's probably going to hit leadoff, you know, so the at-bats will be there. You know, he's projected for about 4 at-bats on average here. But at this number, it's such good value.
Yeah, this is a career 227 hitter, which is a green check mark there. This is a guy bottom 15% in sprint speed. So that's always a good thing. Pinch risk run is also something that could happen here. And this is a guy who's gone hitless in 38 of his 74 games for 44%. So 3-1 is just a number that you usually don't see here. And we know these plays. They're not risk giant units on these plays. They are just, I don't know, low risk, high reward plays that are fun to bet against guys going 0 for basically. And there's nothing more exciting than seeing your guy get pinch hit for or pinch ran for in these situations, especially in the pitching conditions today. So there we go. We are on Carson Kelly under 0.5 hits. Taylor says plus 195 at power play. That's also a great number too. Yeah, that's the second best number I've seen on the board. Let us know if there's questions about that play. But let's get right to release number 3 here. We are at FanDuel. And the game in question here, we are on the West Coast. Yankees at Angels. Yankees at the Angels. Head over to player prop market and go to runs. Total runs scored. Hits and runs at FanDuel. As we scroll down to record a run. The yes or no over at FanDuel. And it is still there. For release number 3, we are going Los Angeles' Joe Adell over 0.5 runs scored plus 310. Joe Adell to score a run at plus 310. Let us know what numbers you're looking at. I'm looking at the board and the difference between Max Stassi and Joe Adell scoring a run is very different, but being priced as the same.
Yeah, I actually like the Stassi line too. The bat has it projected pretty similar. It's just Stassi only plays every third day or so. So like I think there's a little more chance of he doesn't play and then he comes in for one at bat and like, that's a bit of a risk with Adele. It's not like he plays every single day, but he did sit yesterday. I expect he should be in there today. We definitely want to see him start, obviously, for this one, or we lose a ton of value. But I mean, it's a long shot. It's a long shot. The bat projects this to win about 30% of the time, but plus 310 on that is really, really good. He's facing Garrett Cole. It's a tough matchup. There's nothing to say here. Like I don't even like Adele as a hitter. It's just where the projection is compared to a line that seems really off, especially when you see the rest of the market. Like I think Caesars had this like plus 230 or something. Like it's just plus 310 is just really, really off.
So Kevin Flynn says plus 260. I'm guessing that's probably the cutoff line right around that point.
Yeah, like that's fine. Even that I'm not jumping on. It's fine.
But Angel Stadium, talk to me about Angel Stadium here today. 94 degrees, 24% humidity. We saw the ball carry out pretty easy last night in Mayors versus Jamestown. Is this projection-wise, is this projected? Because I've seen what the Cole projection is, and I think the unders are kind of here. So is this just finding the best offensive play versus Cole, who might be slightly overvalued in a tough park today?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it is here. Like Angel Stadium is a bit of a sneaky hitter's park. It is the best hitting weather. And I think this line is more based on Cole than anything else, because there are some of these other Angel bets, especially for their, let's say weaker hitters that do project pretty well today. Like I said, the Stassi run bet plus 310 looked pretty good. Andrew Velasquez's home runs plus 1,300 and his RBIs, what were they? Plus 470. They projected pretty well today. It's not like we love betting on any of these guys. They're all real long shots. But if you want to, sprinkle a little bit on all those plays here, it is kind of sneaky good hitting conditions today, even though it's Garrett Cole.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that. And like I said, as we saw yesterday, the ball was carrying out of Angel Stadium pretty good. So let's recap our three plays today here on Wednesday. Jose Quintana over 4.5 Ks. We got that at plus 125. Then we jumped over to Carson Kelly under 0.5 hits plus 205. Then Joe Adele over 0.5 runs plus 310. There seems to be a running theme here of plus money plays, and I have no issues with those three. So bounce back day, seeing the board a little differently today, going in a couple different angles. Like Angels offensive plays, like you said, Derek, there is some value in that, spreading a little wealth over a few of their hitters. So let's get back on the winning column. Thanks everybody in the chat for keeping things going. Let us know what you're doing. We'll be on Twitter today, and we'll see you back here Friday at 11 a.m.